大谷翔平選手がレイズ戦で3試合ぶりとなる15号先制ソロホームランを放ちました。この一発がドジャースの勝利を大きく引き寄せました。大谷翔平選手がレイズ戦に1番指名打者でスタメン出場しました。左膝の炎症で1試合欠場した後、復帰からこれで4試合連続のスタメン出場となります。ここ2試合はノーヒットに終わっており、この日は3試合ぶりの快音に期待が集まっていました。ただ、相手先発はこれまで大谷翔平選手が苦しめられてきたラスムッセン。試合前の時点で対戦成績は通算5打数無安打4三振。昨日のマルティネスに続き苦手としている投手との対戦となりました。しかし大谷翔平選手は第1、第2打席は抑え込まれていましたが、0対0で迎えた6回の第3打席で初球を捉え、やや内寄りに入ってきたカットボールをしっかり捉えると、打球はセンター方向へ、そのままバックスクリーンに飛び込む3試合ぶりの15号先制ソロホームランとなりました。打球速度は 106.9 マイル、およそ172キロ、飛距離は427フィート、およそ 130.1 メートル、角度27度の打球はセンターの頭上を越えてスタンドに入り、本拠地のファンから大きな歓声が上がりました。大谷翔平選手にとって本拠地でのホームランは6月7日以来9試合ぶり、また14日のホワイトソックス戦以来3試合ぶりの一発となりました。この一打は先発のロブレスキーにとっても大きな援護となりました。ロブレスキーは笑顔で大谷翔平選手の頭を軽く叩き、喜びを見せていました。苦しい投手戦での流れを変える大谷翔平選手の一発に現地実況も大絶叫。
Ohtani leads off and cracks a highliner deep center field. It is gone. It just takes Ohtani to snap this pitcher's duel.
I mean, like, do you think he ever amazes himself? It just sits back and goes, "Man, I can't believe I did that." I don't think he does. I think he probably sees all of this, or has seen all of it in his mind.
この日の15号でシーズン換算では32本ペース。ここからさらに調子を上げていけるか注目されます。またこの一発でメジャー通算300本塁打まであと5本となりました。日米通算では295号となり、大きな節目も近づいています。ナ・リーグの本塁打争いではこの日5試合ぶりのアーチを放ったフィリーズのシュワーバーが25号としてトップを走っており、大谷翔平選手とは10本差となっています。このままこの1点を守りきったドジャースが昨日に続く1点差で勝利。 MLB のサララング記者はドジャースが1時間52分の試合に勝利、それが彼らの1992年10月4日ヒューストンでの1時間44分以来の最短9回戦、ドジャースタジアムでの最短は1982年4月29日、同じく1時間52分以来と紹介しました。テンポの速い投手戦となったことで、現地では明日に向けて大谷翔平選手もよく眠れるのではと冗談交じりに反応する声も上がっていました。
An hour and 52-minute game. I guess this gives you enough sleep to get ready to pitch tomorrow.
短時間の試合、明日寝れますねって。
そうですね、そういう意味では良かったなと思います。
It's nice to have a really quick and a quick win too.
Shohei, Drew Rasmussen was pretty good tonight. What information did you take in the previous at-bats to jump on that first pitch?
先発ピッチャーすごい良かったですけども、相手、3打席目どういう調整をしたんですか？
そこまでの3打席目を2打席を踏まえて、ボールの軌道だったりとかっていうのを修正しながら、甘い球がたまたま来たのでいい結果になってよかったなと思います。
Yeah, just having good looks, just readjusting my sights and making sure that I know how the ball is moving.
Shohei, when you perform the way you performed tonight and the way you've been performing lately, do you feel how much confidence you give the rest of the team?
このパフォーマンスが上がることによって、もうチームみんながすごい自信を持つっていうのは感じてますか？
一人一人が仕事をできれば、その中で今日みたいにたまたまね自分一人で打つこともあれば、みんなでつないで得点する時もあるので、基本的にはチーム全員と打線の中の一人としてしっかり機能できれば嬉しいなと思ってます。
I take it as a team approach. You know, there are days when other guys pick me up or pick other people up. So it's really like when everybody do their job, then things go well.
Good team win. Thank you for stopping. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you.
There he goes, Shohei Ohtani, tomorrow's starting pitcher, solo home run, difference in the game tonight.
Hey, what can you say about Robleski again, just from the first inning on, really attacking tonight?
Yeah, he was attacking all night. That's who he is, and it was good to see. First day he was on, regular rest, short rest, whatever, and so didn't want to push him too much tonight. But he gave us everything we needed, and it was just good to see him compete, and that's kind of what he does.
How much of your defense has been overlooked as far as the success so far?
It's it just goes hand in hand, the pitching with the defense, and the positioning has been great. The defense, Max got a lot of action today, a lot of hard contact, made plays, and then Mookie's just been fantastic at short, and then the double play turn with Freeland right there was a big play, when Klein was in the game. So just really stellar defense and certainly overlooked. But when you talk about the pitching, the defense has to be mentioned.
Skipper, what pleases you the most? What pleased you the most about tonight's?
The thing that pleased me most about tonight is the way Robo just continued to, go after guys. And obviously it was a very fast game. The pace of play was great. There was a rhythm to it. And Rasmussen's a very good pitcher. We don't see him very often, but this guy's an elite pitcher. And for us to, find a way, Shohei hitting a homer, to win an old school baseball game, 1-0, under 2 hours, really fun baseball game to be a part of.
What did Shohei kind of do differently at the plate to get some of the power back that was missing?
I think it's just we talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's just near missing the baseball in the sense of he was hitting the ball hard, doubles, some singles, and then if he was just missing it a little bit, there was going to be slug. And so that's what's happening. Seeing the baseball well, swinging at good pitches, and then like we've always talked about, when he used a big part of the field, there's just no one better.
When Robleski's still at 97 in the first inning and he goes right after Caminero the way he did in that first inning on 3 pitches, does that kind of tell you something about the way the night's going to go for him? I just think that the dependability with Robo in the sense that that he's going to go after guys, and his first pitch is like his last pitch, and he's the epitome of go as hard as you can for as long as you can, and until the manager takes the ball from you. And tonight we asked, 6 innings, and he did that, and he passed it to the pen, and they were fantastic. So I think the dependability from the first pitch, Caminero is one of the really good hitters in baseball, and it's fun to see a team like this because we don't see them very often, but very talented. And but he didn't run from that. Is the 6 innings and the 65 pitches you had for him due because of the regular rest, 4 days rest?
And I think he had 5 punch, which was great, but there was still some hard contact in there. So I think for me, it's you got to the teeth part of the lineup, and I just felt that with the short rest, he did his job.
What's the plan for Ohtani?
Shohei's going to pitch, and then he's not going to hit. Thanks, guys.
Justin, Dave characterized tonight's game as an old school pitcher's duel. How fun was it to be out there and go toe-to-toe with Rasmussen?
Yeah, I think anytime you get to face one of the guys that's one of the top guys in the league, and I think he is that right now. I think he's a really, really good pitcher. I think you kind of get excited, and I love the competition, trying to go out there and match zeros with guys like that. So yeah, it was a really good time, and he pitched really well too.
How much were you feeding off the plays made behind you, and how much were they feeding off the way you were pitching tonight?
Yeah, I'd hope to say it was 50-50, but yeah, our defense is incredible. They've been great all year, and it's it gives me more confidence to just fill the zone and let them make plays behind me.
You had talked about wanting to get better starts in games. You certainly did that tonight. What were the adjustments of you coming out with that mindset with 97, striking out Caminero among those guys?
Yeah, I think it's just come out firing and throw your best stuff early, because obviously the top of the order is typically the best hitters in the lineup. And I think we had a good plan and came out and we executed it pretty well to those 3 guys and just got the ball rolling.
So when you're facing a team that doesn't punch out a lot like the Rays do, Does it excite you knowing that's an extra challenge, or do you try to stay the same in how you attack the hitters?
Yeah, I think, obviously you're not expecting teams like this to punch out a ton. You look at kind of characteristically who the team is before you face them, and, there's guys within each order that do strike out more than others, but at the same time, my goal is always the same. I'm trying to get to 2 strikes and then, see what we can do from there. But, I think, when you see a team that doesn't strike out a ton, you just, you got to fill up the zone and, you got to make good pitches in order to get out. So I feel like we did a great job of that tonight, and Chucky called a great game too.
Whether you expected it or not, you've become an integral part of the rotation, team leading 8 wins. How do you feel about what you've been able to contribute?
Yeah, obviously I feel great. Thanks Shohei for tonight. That was great. But yeah, it feels great to kind of, I guess pitch well and pitch well for a team like this. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun for me.
When you're going into a start like tonight and you're pitching on 4 days rest, how aware are you as far as just the limitations they may put on how far you go?
Yeah, I think, always my goal is just to go out there and pitch till they take the ball away from me. And whenever that may be, that's kind of, when I come out of the game, I guess. But yeah, I'm aware, they're going to try to protect me, and this organization especially does a great job to try and, protect your arm and keep you ready for, obviously the season, but September baseball in October, and, pitching those times, and I think they do a great job of that.
As you had mentioned early on, the first pitch strikes were kind of eluding you there. I think the first 13 batters, you only threw 2. How were you able to kind of reset yourself, lock in, and limit that lineup like you did?
Snides and I were talking about it. Obviously, we'd prefer to throw more first pitch strikes. That's something, we harp on day in and day out. But I do think over the course of that span, I only had 2 counts get to 2-2. So, we were able to get back in zone. But, for whatever reason, we just weren't attacking the big part of the zone early. And so I think, we just made an emphasis of that as we got later into the game.
Tip your cap to Shohei Ohtani, one of the greatest to do it. I got you earlier on a cutter, you got him, and then he seemed to be waiting for that pitch.
Yeah, good player. I think he's got a bright future.
What do you feel like you were able to turn to, like you said, when you needed to get back into the zone and be so effective? It seemed like your stuff kind of got better as the game went on.
Yeah, I think we just kind of shotgun approached it with everything. We went to a little bit more even usage on on fastball, 2-seamer, cutter, and then the changeup, and we were just able to stay off barrels for the most part. But I don't think it was particularly sharp, right? I think we were just able to change speeds and shapes enough that we were able, like I said, to limit hard contact and get balls hit at guys, which, there is some luck that is involved with that, but, we're very fortunate that it worked out that way.
You threw a tremendous game, but you end up with the life of a pitcher, or what are you feeling now?
Yeah, it was horrible in Pittsburgh about a month ago, and guess what? We ended up winning that game. So, I think it just kind of ebbs and flows, and, it is what it is.
For pitch count, Cash said you were pretty adamant about going back out for the 7th. Just how were you feeling? What made you want to go as deep as you went?
Maybe some frustration. Maybe, I don't know, man. I think we're all competitive, right? You don't like knowing your day's over, especially ending that way. I'm happy for the opportunity, and then I'm happy they let me go back out for the 7th there, because they definitely didn't have to. And if anything else, at least we saved our bullpen one more inning.
You've been racking up a lot of strikeouts lately. What does that tell you about your game?
I think the development of the changeup's really been helpful. It's another pitch at a similar velocity to the 4-seamer, the 2-seamer, the cutter, that you have to honor with a different movement profile, right? It just has more depth in those pitches. It's something working to the arm side, and when you're having to work, when you're having to cover north-south all at 88 plus miles an hour, I think it's a really hard thing to do as a hitter. Hitting's hard enough as is.
Already had to play by Walls there as you were going for the double play, and he fires it to home to get Tucker.
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't know what to say, but, we preach, get the ball to that guy. So, decided to hit the cutoff man and let him do his thing.
I know the loss stings, Drew, but these last 3 outings for you have been really good. You've gone 7 for the last 5. Like, what are you most proud of with what you've really put together over these last 3 starts?
More so efficiency than anything. And that's the only reason you get the opportunity to go deeper into a game. And so, the ability to put guys away early by creating soft contact, and then if we happen to find ourselves into a 2-strike count, it's not 7-8 pitches to achieve a strikeout. It's been faster than that.
Roblesky, what he was showing you guys and how effective he was tonight, and efficient too.
Yeah, super efficient, really good stuff. Just attack the strike zone. I mean, I thought we swung the bats better than maybe what we showed for. We hit some balls hard. Their infield defense was tremendous. Mookie made a couple nice plays. Muncy made some plays, the second baseman. So, we just didn't direct the ball the way we needed to. But Roblesky was very tough. He had a good fastball, 96, 97, and then threw a couple, breaking balls just to keep us off balance enough.
Career high in pitches for Drew, 17 swings and misses, another 7-inning start. How masterful was he, except for maybe one pitch to Shohei?
Yeah, he was pretty outstanding. He was really outstanding. And, Shohei, I think he had got him on a cutter earlier in the game, and then Rass is trying to get ahead, right there in the 7th inning or 6th inning, whatever it was, and Shohei was ready for it, but couldn't be more impressed with the way Rass went about it. And look, early on, he was struggling to throw first pitch strikes, but didn't let it frustrate him. He kind of got back in the zone. I thought his best work was probably the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th inning.
And this is 3 straight starts. He's had 7 innings. He's struck out 29. Is this maybe some of the best you've seen of Drew over this stretch of 3 starts from him?
Yeah, I mean, he's been really good. I mean, sure. I mean, the way he's thrown against, I go back to the Yankees start, and then the Marlins start, and then now this one. I mean, he in Boston, he's been on a really good run. The ball's coming out of his hand. He's feeling confident. He should be, because he's got really, really good stuff.
The way that he's been able to hold it up for 7 innings. I mean, he wasn't going this deep into games for a while.
I mean, Tyler and I talked coming after the 6th. Rass was pretty adamant he wanted to go back out for the 7th, and where he was pitch count felt like it was in a comfortable spot. Obviously, he gets around that 100 pitch mark. We're being mindful, but the velocity that he showed, I think to Freddie Freeman, 97 there in the 6th inning, kind of gives us some confidence, like he's feeling really good.
You do about as good a job as a pitching staff can do against that team, and you don't win the game. How much does that sting for you?
Well, it's tough, but you have to give credit to their pitchers over there. I mean, Roblesky and then the relievers that came in are very talented pitchers, so you understand why it was kind of a quiet offensive night for both clubs.
以上、今回もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。別の動画でもお会いできるのを楽しみにしております。